I know, you guys probably thought I was gonna wake up in a beautiful FSR road in the backcountry of British Columbia. Nah, not today. Today we're in Vernon. You know, you might be wondering, Kevin, what are you doing in Vernon? And that's a fair question. And I'm really excited to share it with you because we're going to finally solve a problem that I have had with this lifestyle for a very, very long time. You see, it's 6 a.m. right now and it is just about plus 30. Is it almost plus 30? It's warm. It's very warm here. If you've been in this lifestyle, being in the back of a truck, camper, van, whatever, in the middle of summer sucks. It's not fun. I'd argue it's worse than, it's definitely worse than winter. Winter's easy. You turn the heat on. It's not so bad. And quite honestly, I've tried a million fans, doing the old trick with the duct pulling air out and pulling through all the windows. And you get a nice breeze like that. That's not a bad thing to do. I still recommend you should have a fan in every truck camper for obvious reasons. But the problem with that is you can only get it as cold as it is outside. Never more. It's always going to be just the same temperature as what outside is, because yeah. And if your idea is you don't want to be outside because it's too hot, then you probably don't want to be inside because it's the same temperature as it is outside. Like, winter's easy doing this lifestyle. I've never had an issue with basically winter. There's solutions for all that stuff. Your heater can't keep up. You go get a campground and you use electric heat or something. Like, there's lots of stuff like that you can do, but at the end of the day, in summer, it's like you want to be down by a lake or something and trying to fend off the heat. I'm sure you guys can see where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is actually, well, it's right under you. OutEquipPro reached out to me a little while ago with their 12-volt rooftop air conditioner, and I just couldn't say no. I had to give it a try. I've always seen these, I've always thought they were just fascinating, and I just really wanted to give this one a try. So they sent me this one in exchange for my honest review. Now, the key features that intrigued me about working with OutEquipPro is the fact that their air conditioners are half the weight of a normal air conditioner at 43 pounds. And they're also a low profile design, so you don't have to worry about like catching it on like lots of branches or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be much higher than like my shroud that I have for my fan on there. This unit in particular has a cooling capacity of 10,000 BTUs and actually a heating capacity of 4,500 BTUs, which is an optional addition that you can get. I ended up going for it, and as for the installation and everything, they show on their website a nice video of how to do it, and that's what I've been following. I've also went and looked over their instructions thoroughly, as I wanted to make sure it was going to work for me. These air conditioners, they're really cool because like they're not just made for RVs, they're made for like vans, like just about any application you want, and it actually just fits in a normal 14-inch cutout, like a normal roof vent. So I don't have to actually cut anything, I just need to get it up there. Now, getting it up there is going to be the interesting part for me. It's just me, and while it being very light at 43 pounds, it's still 43 pounds. And I'm trying to get it onto a roof that's just about, I believe just a hair over 12 feet high. So this could be really interesting. I'm so glad you guys get to watch me do it. What really excites me is like that it'll be worth it in the end, because I'm so excited to see how this is going to work with like the heat out here. It's, yeah, Vernon and the Okanagan is a very warm place, so I think I brought it to the right place to give this a try. So, I actually think I found the perfect spot here. And let me just show you why. I'm a little concerned because this is a mall parking lot, so I don't know how they're gonna react to me working on stuff in their parking lot. So getting the AC up is the hardest part. So I found this ledge and I parked really close. I actually did that first try, didn't even get out and looked. So good. But now I can climb there, hop up onto my poor hood. I know I might dent it, but that's okay. And then up on top there. Okay, I'll do my best not to dent it, I swear, you guys. But first of all, we have to run over into Canadian Tire. First things first, turn that off, and then take this shroud off. I'm actually gonna keep this. It's just gonna end up going into the bathroom. It's a better fan that's in the bathroom, so I don't know. I think it should work pretty well. Look at that. Roof access. Oh, this thing is so sticky. See, nice new skylight. Okay, now for the exciting part, where you guys get to watch me hopefully not drop this thing. Just kidding, I'm not gonna drop it, I swear. Hopefully. All right, let's give this a go. All right. Now, I'm gonna have to say to everyone, I don't advise you do it like this. This is one of those moments where it's do as I say, not as I do. Oh. Sorry, truck. I love the marker lights on the northern light, but gee whiz, they make it a real pain for when you're trying to put an air conditioning up. It's up. I'm just so thrilled to have this up here. I hope security doesn't come kick me out of here. That would be really disappointing. These can go into the hole. That beauty. Huh. It's been a minute. Basically I'm just gonna put this stuff around it now. I think it's supposed to go around the other spot there, but this will be fine. I'm assuming. I don't know, I most definitely did it right. It's just, I thought there were supposed to be 4. There's 4. They were just covered right there. There's one there. Now if I move this one out of the way. Yeah, there it is. Easy peasy. Seen with other creators, they had to basically build a shroud to go around these right here, which I'm not opposed to. I kind of figured that I might have to, but that's okay. Now we just need to plug in the wiring, and then I actually have to drive to a RV dealership and get a solar shroud so I can get the rest of this done. Okay, totally just had that latch close on me while up there. It's not fun going down the ladder in socks. Wouldn't recommend it. This is a lot for me. This is an absolute disaster to me. But at least we'll be cleaning it up in an air-conditioned environment, so long as they have a solar shroud. If they don't, there is a plan B. Thank you, Sport Check Mall, for your hospitality. Those penguins are enjoying this heat. I'm so tempted to go check out that Bigfoot, but I'm gonna have to do that in another video. Sorry, guys. After 3 misadventures of, well, different RV places, and none of them having a solar gland, believe it or not, if you need to do this, I guess those are a lot more harder to come by and just like wherever. I even checked on Princess Auto and they don't have it either, which is really odd because they usually have the like knick-knack weird stuff like that. Though it's not weird, it's kind of just, I feel like that's a pretty normal thing. I don't know, I could be wrong. Anyways, so I went to something a little bit more low tech, and you'll see in houses, but it's basically the same idea. This here is it's a solar gland. It's actually for conduit, but I can get that wire through here, seal it up, and then it'll come through right here. And this way it has a nice little spot that I can enter through that's all sealed and everything. I don't have to worry about water getting in. And if I end up not liking this, the nice thing about it is the hole I'm putting in, if I go pick up a solar gland, it'll go through that too. So it's not too bad. It is now plus 30 outside, I think warmer than that. We also went more south. I'm all the way in Kelowna now. So I am going to go ahead and go to this Walmart over here because I seen it had some shade. And I'm gonna work in the shade. All right. So the scary part is actually going to be just cutting the hole. I think it'll be okay just about right there. Oh, that's a nice tight fit. All right, die core out. And just like that, you guys, we have Kevin Wald's classic solar shroud. Now to see if the wires are going to actually reach. So I should probably peel this off because we all know I will forget. And I believe that fan needs airflow, if I am not mistaken. That thing's actually a beauty. Yeah. That thing, it looks slick. Like it looks built well, actually. I really like this. You guys don't believe this. I think we're actually in luck. I think it's gonna fit. Things never work out this easy for me. So, just while I'm connecting this, I guess I'll explain my battery system. In case you're new here, my battery system is 400 amp hours of lithium. Also, I have 400 watts of solar. So what I'm hoping for with this is to be able to run the AC. I also, a lot of times, have no problem running my generator. So I'm okay with doing that too. But now how it will work basically is I'll be mostly just charging the batteries with the generator, and then the AC will just work strictly off of the batteries. So if, let's say I was plugged in or something, if the battery started to get low, basically the inverter charger would kick on and start charging the batteries while still running the AC. That's kind of my plan with it. This AC unit uses between 30 and 50 amps compared to something like a normal AC unit where it would use something like 120 amps. A way more power. I really can't wait to get this hooked up. And that's what I'm doing right now, hooking up the power to it. And then we're gonna put the shroud on and then it's done. All right, last part. Just connecting this now. So this comes with a remote, which is pretty cool. It's 89 degrees Fahrenheit in here right now. It's on. Okay, it goes down to 62. I guess that'll be okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice. It is currently 32 degrees Celsius in here, or 91 degrees Fahrenheit. I know my American friends are probably laughing at me saying that ain't heat. You know what? This is Canada, and this is about all that us Canucks can deal with. Like, give us a break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a timer, and we're going to see how long it takes to cool it off in here down to, I don't know. If I could get down to 78, I'd be like really, really amazed. First of all, I need my remote on. Just like that. Yeah, so I got this decibel meter right here going, and we'll just see what it is. It went up and I just realized I was talking. So I think 58 decibels sitting right here. I'm not bothered by it at all. So we're just about at the 30-minute mark. We've dropped it from 91 degrees Fahrenheit to now 78, which is in Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius. And I can definitely say it's a nice temperature in here. Like, really nice. Like, I have it set to 62, but if I set that to like, I want to see what will happen, because I think it's going to hit it. So I'm just going to set this to 72. And once it gets there, it should shut off or do something. I just want to see what it does. I'll keep the timer going for sure. I want to see how long it's going to take to get to 72 in here. I don't think much longer. I bet you an hour. All in all, we're at 72. So let's see what the timer we at now. We are at an hour and 58 minutes. That is just about 20 degrees Fahrenheit in difference right now compared to what we were at before, because it was 91 in here. So putting that into Celsius, it's now 22 degrees Celsius. So it dropped 10 degrees Celsius in 2 hours. I'm happy with that. That is really good, because all in all, in comparison, I am still running off of 12 volt. By the way, how much battery have I used? So I have 78% of my 400 amp hour battery bank, 309 amp hours left. So I have used 91 amp hours. This has blown away my expectations, to say the least. How's it going, guys? It's actually been 3 days since I installed this AC unit now, and I couldn't be more happy. I knew it would be a benefit to have an air conditioner in here and be able to like cool down the place whenever I needed to, whenever it was like really hot and extreme temps. But what's really shocked me is the fact that I've been able to cool it down and still be able to maintain my batteries just off of 400 watts of solar. The day I installed this, I ended up doing a test and everything. I was like super impressed, but I did feel like I went through quite a bit of battery. But quite honestly, after 3 days of using it now and using it every day, it's a lot easier to maintain the heat in the camper. Usually in about the middle of the day, I'll turn it on and put it in eco mode, and that'll just maintain the temperature in here and keep it basically at a nice, cool, comfortable temperature in here no matter what it is outside. I've been in some hot areas, Kelowna, and now I'm in Kamloops, and yeah, over the last 3 days I've used it every day. There hasn't been a single day that I have been like, no, I don't want to use it because it's too much battery or something. No, it's been worth it. It's been quite changing for this lifestyle. I think my biggest thing was I would avoid places because I didn't want to go into the heat, and now I feel like it doesn't really matter. I have a place to stay cool now. It's quite nice. So yesterday was my hottest day at plus 36 Celsius, and I went ahead and turned it on, and I was stuck in here editing all day, and I had it running basically all day, and the solar was actually able to maintain it in eco mode, which worked out really well. I was quite shocked that it actually like kept up with that. But I think once you have it on for most of the day and it's kept it cooler in here all day, it doesn't have to work as hard if it's already been cool in here all day. My camper's also pretty well insulated. It'll hold the cold in here just as well as it holds the heat in here. So once it ends up getting nice and cold in here, it stays like that. So long as I have the windows closed. That's just kind of a fact too. You don't want to have like your windows wide open like this right now. It's actually morning right now, so I'm not too concerned about having them open, but helps with the lighting in here. The real world power draw. Okay, let's crunch some numbers here. So full out in turbo mode, that's 54 amps I'm using. When I put it into eco mode, it goes down to about like 30 amps, but it ends up cycling on and off. So when the compressor kicks on, it's using that 30 amps. But when it kicks off, it's like 5 amps. It just goes into basically like fan mode or something. And it is just about nothing. So if it's like just a regular hot day, like plus 30 degrees Celsius outside, it will maintain the temperature in here pretty well and keep cycling down to like that 10 amps. I also noticed at peak solar time, when even with just my 400 watts, I was still actually getting a charge at some points when it would like ramp down, and then when it would ramp up, I'd go into like negative 10 amps or something. It was really cool to see that, because now I was like, oh well, this is working really well. I'm like, it was enough that I was maintaining my battery system and being able to keep it topped up full for most of the day. That was a big shocker to me. I will say this though, I will be getting more solar. When I was up there on the roof the other day, I was just looking, I was like, I could fit 2 more panels up here. And so I did that. And then I see Renogy had like a solar blanket thing that was 400 watts, and I was like, why not? So I got that coming too, and another charge controller to basically run it all. So what I'll be sitting at after is about 1,000 watts of solar, and that's gonna laugh at this thing. It's gonna run it in turbo mode basically with that, like, and probably still be able to charge my battery system. So I'm super excited for that. And I would say to anyone doing this, if you want to run it without in like eco mode or something all day, I'd say definitely 400 watts of solar. If you were someone that wants to run it in turbo mode, I would say probably minimum about 800 watts of solar. I'd go for 1,000 though. That way you're still charging your battery system, and if there's a couple clouds in the sky, at least then it still works really good. So definitely when you have this on, it's not just one solid power draw. It does fluctuate, so it does come down, ramp down once it gets the temperature in here and everything, and it's able to just start maintaining, and then you start using a lot less power. From my research and looking at something like a normal AC unit, you're using like, with those, I think 120 amps. So me using like 30 amps on eco mode, or even 50 amps, like that's less than half of that. And if you're using eco mode, that's literally a quarter of that. Like, that's pretty impressive. I'm not upset at all about that. And it maintains the temp and keeps it cool in here. Because the idea with this is you want it to be bearable in here, so when you're working on something, it does the job. And like, I found that this did the job very well. So I'm more than impressed with this. I'm very, very thrilled with this. Now this is a 10,000 BTU model, but I believe they do make a 13,500 BTU model too. I would definitely go check out their website, OutEquipPro. I'll leave a link in the description to this AC unit, and if you want to get yourself one, be sure to go check them out. And I quite honestly can't say enough good things about this. It's been a real game changer for me, and want to thank OutEquipPro for sending me this unit. It's not very often you get something that like way over exceeds your expectations. And like I knew like this was going to be able to cool the things in here, but I always thought that like I was gonna have to run the generator for it. That's not the case. I have enough battery power that I can run it for a few days without even having to do that. Like, if I'm strategic with it, I could probably get away with like running it for a few days without even having to plug in the generator to top off my system. And once I have my solar and stuff, I don't think I'll ever have to worry about it really. And my idea with having the solar and stuff is if you have an AC unit, then you can be in the sun getting all the solar but also be running your AC. So it's kind of a win-win. I don't know. I really enjoy it. Like, quite honestly, I don't think I've ever been someone who can handle the heat quite well. And when I'm saying who's this like unit for, I would say it's for anyone living this lifestyle. Well, not even living this lifestyle. You could just be going out on weekends and stuff and still really enjoy having an AC unit that's this efficient. The idea is if you're someone and you don't want to run a generator and like you're doing weekend trips and stuff like that, like this is perfect because you could definitely get away with a big enough battery bank and just going out and running this for the weekend. I can't see a reason why not. The other thing I like about this is the approach they've done with it, that it's not really built just around for RVs. It's also built around for like any sort of like off-grid rig you'd like to put it into. It also came as a really nice complete kit, had all your power wire, had all the screws, had everything you needed to basically install it in your roof. The only thing I had to go find was a solar gland, or it's like a solar entry point. Obviously I couldn't find one. I should have actually ordered one off Amazon, but that's fine. I think the way I went, I actually like it better because if I need to add other things to go through there, now I have an entry port for it already. So I'm pretty happy with what I built, and I did that for about, I think it was $5 compared to the solar entry gland that was going to cost 20. All in all though, I think that kit is very, very complete and basically everything you need other than maybe a forklift to get it on the roof. My method did work, but yeah. So I'd like to thank OutEquipPro for letting me test out this product, and I think that's going to be it for this one. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to go check out OutEquipPro if you are looking for an AC unit, and I can't wait to take you guys with me in the next one. Later.